Today I have the perfect summer project. I purchased some of the seashells and they were perfectly clean, but I also had some shells that I collected on various vacations. They needed a bit of cleaning, so there is a simple way of doing that, and that is to place them in a bowl and pour peroxide over them. Look how clean they got. So while your shells are soaking, take your old candles and put them in the freezer. I left mine in overnight. Then simply flip them over and tap on the glass. I have to admit I was skeptical that this would work, but look how easy they came out. It is amazing. Now remove the old wicks and break the wax into pieces. Place the pieces in your wax melter and stir occasionally until melted. If you can, fill a large dough bowl or tray with sand so that you can hold the shells level. Before pouring the wax in, place an adhesive circle on the lowest part of your shell and then attach the wick. Now slowly pour the wax in. If you wish to add things like the crushed glass or the starfish, wait about 20 minutes until the wax is starting to set, or else your decorative pieces will sink to the bottom. Another thing you can do is to dye the wax. This is simple, and all you need to add is a little mica dye to the wax when the wax is melting. A little goes a long way. If you have any wax left over, you could always make a new candle in one of your old glass containers. Simply clean them out, add the wick, and pour the rest of the wax in. Another option is to paint the interior of the shells gold. I started by just doing the edges, but then painted the full interior gold because I wanted the shells to look good as the candle melted. Let the paint completely dry before adding the wax. The last thing to do before displaying is to cut the wicks to about 1/2 inch tall. Now set them out on your table, entry table, side table, or bookshelves and enjoy. Aren't these perfect for summer?
We are going to start this craft off with a mat and a pound brick of white polymer clay. Open up the polymer clay. After the clay is open, split the brick in half. Warm up and work the first half. Move on to the second half and work it. Combine both halves together. Create a flat disc with the clay and place it onto the center of your mat. Roll the clay out with a rolling pin. The thickness should be no less than 1/4 of an inch. Take a bowl and place it onto the clay. Cut the extra clay around the bowl. A bowl with handles would be best for this craft since the clay is going to resemble a clamshell when done. Save all clay scraps for another craft. Remove the bowl and lift the clay up to look for any large divots. Smooth out any imperfections. I am using a vase that has handles, and if you have a similar vase, it'll be perfect for this craft. Take a 4x4 sheet of aluminum foil and fold it to mimic the handle of your glass. If your glass doesn't have a handle, you can make 2 of these. Compare it to your handle after it's shaped. Center and place the clay. Shape the clay around the handle. Place the foil handle opposite of the glass handle and shape the clay. Create a fold by pressing the clay in the middle and shaping 2 humps. Repeat this on the other side and smooth as you go. Create another hump between the handle and also the foil piece on both sides. This is what your bowl should look like, but you can always add more humps or you can have less. You can either smooth the clay out fully or you can create texture. I find that using a paper towel gives a nice, almost sand-like texture. So if you decide you want to paint your bowl, it will tie in a whole clamshell and also beachy theme. Put your clay into the oven, bake it, and take it out to cool. Once it is cooled off, remove the foil. Flip the vase over and wiggle the vase slowly. The clay should come right off. Fill your bowl with shells and maybe fairy lights. You can make this bowl with different types of clay or sculpting epoxy, but make sure if you use epoxy, you do this in a well-ventilated area. Now you can place your bowl around your house.
All right, so we're gonna start this project with these really cute little palettes that I found at Dollar Tree. Hot glue these two pieces together, and we'll let these sit just for a minute while it dries. All right, so now that this has been drying for a bit and it's all nice and secure, I'm gonna be taking this kind of cotton rope. I actually got this with a macrame set a while back, actually when I went thrifting, but you can get rope like this on Amazon. So what we're gonna do first is we are going to flip this over and we are gonna go across the bottom here, and we're gonna pull the rope in between the sides of the palette. You can flip it back over. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up and over two of these little palette pieces. We are gonna come up and pull the rope through. And from there, we are actually gonna take a little mason jar. I got this from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna be putting mine like in the center, but just above the lower part of this palette. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to cross the rope over the jar, and I'm gonna take a little bit of hot glue and I'm gonna go across the front of the jar. I wanna keep it nice and tight, lay it across, and then I'm actually gonna have this go back underneath the palette and then go up two and then over. Now we're gonna do the same thing on this side, and then we are going to essentially cut. So we are going to make a knot, and then from there you are going to just make a cute little bow, and you can kind of cut the tails of the rope to whatever length you'd like. I'm just gonna do a little bit of hot glue here. Let it sit for a second, or preventing burning myself. All right, so now that this part is finished, we are gonna move on to our next step. Now, I was able to get sand from Dollar Tree. They have, you can get colorful bags, but they also have regular white, and that's what I'm gonna go with. So I don't wanna do too much because sand is actually quite heavy. See how little I put in there? So a couple other things that I wanna put in my jar are some seashells. Now, I had these seashells from another project. You can buy seashells on Amazon. You can also find seashells if you live by the beach. Obviously, you can go and pick some up there, or if maybe you have some saved. I'm gonna put 3 of these seashells in the bottom of my jar. And then I was able to get some really cool, it almost looks like seaweed, and I want to bury them essentially into the sand. Now, because my fingers can't fit that far, I'm just gonna use my scissors to kind of push them into the sand. Okay, so now that this has been filled, we are going to be adding some flowers, and you can go any way with this. I've seen other talented creators use really colorful blue flowers. I'm using, these are actually from Dollar Tree. I didn't get them from my most recent trip. I've had them from a previous trip. And then I still have more pieces of the seaweed from the wreath that I purchased. What I'm gonna be doing here is I'm gonna be snipping off the backs, just the part that sticks out. I want these to kind of stick up and out over this direction. So I'm gonna start there and I'm gonna kind of work my way forward. So I'm gonna put hot glue on the palette directly, and then I'm just gonna place my little seaweed pieces. So what I love about these types of projects is really, you can work with what you have. And you really can make it your own. So even if you like some of the things that I'm doing in this project, but there's some things you want to change, you totally can. So we're going to start next with our middle piece. I'm going to do some hot glue around the back. And I'm going to place it right in the middle. And we're going to do the same thing with the 2 flowers. We're going to essentially be going on either side. All right, so now that my flowers and everything has been added to the top, see the pretty little arrangement we have going here. I actually was looking for a starfish when I was at Dollar Tree. I didn't realize I wasn't really going to be able to find just a standalone starfish. So I actually ended up buying a nautical wreath. That is where these pieces of floral came from. But they also had these like foam starfish on them. And we are going to use hot glue on the back here. And I am going to glue it directly to the jar. And our final step in this process is getting essentially some fairy lights. All right, so I'm going to actually be putting all of these in the jar. All right, and we're gonna hide our wire behind our flowers. And we're gonna take it and pull it behind. And then from there, what we're gonna do, essentially what I wanna do is I'm gonna glue it. You can use command strips, like I said, or another way to make it stay. I don't really plan on using these fairy lights for anything else. So I'm gonna put that on the back and let that stay. All right, so now that this is all finished, we're gonna go hang this really cute nautical decor in my screen and porch, actually.
And there you have it. Here is my cute Dollar Tree beachy candle holder decor with my cute little fairy lights. I really love this project and how it turned out. It looks really great on my outdoor screened-in porch. I hope you feel inspired to try this project. Thank you so much for watching Home Talk, and I will see you in the next one.